right, it is Sunday night. Sunday night, Mother's Day 2021. And you know what Sunday night means? Not only is it time to enjoy time with our mothers on Mother's Day, but it is also time for the BayLink Sports. BayLink Sports coming to you live from Safety Harbor, Florida. All your sports, news, information, and anything else we can think of talk about when it comes to Tampa Bay sports and beyond. So let's talk right now about Tampa Bay. How are we doing, Tampa Bay? If you're talking about football, coming off basically everything. I mean, coming from a team that wasn't going to do anything to the Super Bowl champions, and it have signed all their team members back and more, and have a great offense and defense. We'll talk about that. You're a very happy camper. If you're a Rays fan, of all things, if you're a Rays fan, it is a good day for the be a Rays fan. They've won several of their last competitions, and we'll talk about it today, including today's win. And that's a good thing. You know, last week we weren't so Rays happy. We are now. However, if you're a Lightning fan, like I am, it's a bittersweet Mother's Day because, yes, we love our mothers, but the Lightning, my goodness, the Lightning are just not coming through. I don't know what to do. We're going to talk about that. We'll have Radical Ron Pisco coming on in a little bit to say hello, tell us all about things up north and all that great sports he's in love with, NASCAR and all that good thing. We might have some breaking news as it comes along, too. And it's just going to be a good day. Our buddy Bob, our Dolphins correspondent extraordinaire, cannot come on tonight. He's got Mother's Day duties to perform, which is very nice of him. Good for him. And have a happy Mother's Day. If you're watching this right now and your mother's around, stop watching. You can always catch us again on CastBox, YouTube, or even Twitch. Or go back to Facebook. You can record, listen to, look back upon, just have a field day with this show anytime you want. Today, give your mom the attention. If you haven't called your mom, give her a call. If you're thinking about calling your mom, you should have already called her. If you've already called her, give her one more call. Say goodnight, Mom. I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Because that's what it's all about. Our moms are the reason we're here. They're the ones that take care of us. And they're the ones that make us all happy when things go well and sad when they don't. Speaking of sad when they don't, here we go. The Tampa Bay Lightning lost last night, 5-1, in a penalty-filled match against the Florida Panthers. Both teams combined for 136 penalty minutes and 7 misconducts, including some breaking news which came in while I was getting set up, and that's why it was kind of a rush to get going. Some bad breaking news came through. We're going to see what happened here. The Tampa Bay Lightning failed to score home ice advantage after a 5-1 loss on Saturday night. They also got swept for the first time in back-to-back games this season. First time they got swept. What a great time to do it right at the end of this season. And we'll talk about why that might be a good thing later. Despite all that, Tampa Bay still could clinch home ice with a regulation win in the last game of the regular season against, again, the Florida Panthers on Monday. Jeez, I don't know what to say here. Ron's coming on, thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. What has he got on? I'm afraid to put him on the oh, Jesus. Here we go. Ron. What? Oh, you got the Islanders. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Can you hear me? I don't hear you, though.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Fantastic. Hey, we're all crying over here. I think you want to cry with us. Congratulations on your Islanders getting into the playoffs. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Right now, we're talking about that horrific game last night. The 5-1. And I get it. We don't have Hedman. We don't have McDonough. We don't have Kucherov. We don't have Stafford. The Panthers look complete. We decided to fight them a lot. Fight them and beat them. And the whole thing just reeks, Ron. And I'll tell you, even Cooper, I don't know what he's doing. He reshuffled several of the lines, especially the forward lines, which had Pat Maroon joining Andre Palat and Braden Point on the first line. Now, Patty, I love you to death. You're a great guy. You're a workhorse. You're the kind of guy we need that can slam people when the younger kids are in there, not when Point and Palat are your partners, because you have nothing to do except try to get the puck to them. And if you're not hitting anybody, you're not happy. And you did hit some people, so that's all right. You know, Ross Colton, who is a great player, still a rookie with us, promoted to second line, played along with Sorelli and Killorn. And Mitchell Stevens replaced Ross Colton on the fourth line. That was weird. I'm not really sure how they just seem to think that that's going to be smart. It's not, in my opinion. Ross Colton is a hell of a guy. He should remain on the line. Stevens is a great player too, but he's a rookie. He understands that he's going to have to wait a little bit, but they put him in there. Along with Tyler Johnson and Matthew Joseph, I would have pulled somebody else, but that's all right. And then Yanni Gord's line just stayed where it says. You know, I get it. I am sure. Okay, before we go any further, let me go back my Wayback Machine. I told you guys 2 years ago and 1 year ago, this is what the Lightning do. Now, I'm hoping again that I'm right, because I've been right before. But hear me out here. It's the end of the season. We're not going to get the President's Cup. We don't want the President's Cup. Yeah, we'd like to have home ice, but we really don't know how all this COVID stuff and everything's going to play out.
Nope.
So they can't have as many fans as they want, and you don't know if we're going to have capacity or some sort of capacity. So the fans are taken out of the equation here. So now, if you're Cooper, you go, well, we're going to just play this game, and anybody that's slightly injured is out. We're going to shuffle up lines, so the guys we're getting ready to play in the playoffs, like the Panthers, have no idea what's coming at them. We've done this before. We've sat right here on, well, BayLink Sports and Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers and said, hey, what is going on? This is a great team. And all of a sudden, they just fell completely apart. And we go, well, maybe it's Cooper trying to just hide his talent. Now, if that's the case, I'm looking forward to it. And you know, the Panthers did a good job. They feel good about how competitive they were this whole season against the Lightning. However, they just have not seen the Bolts full strength, full roster. I think that's going to happen in the playoffs. I think we're going to get everybody back. Although Hedman his injury is going to require surgery at the end of the season, but he'll be sticking in for this. Now, the Bolts play a series against the Panthers, which will probably happen in the playoffs at this point. And they're all healthy. The Panthers are in for a rude awakening. It's going to be tough for them. You know, Kucherov gets on there. He makes that whole team completely different animal. And Stamkos moves up to the second line. 3 lines that could destroy their teams. You got, I mean, just crazy stuff. A healthy Bolts roster, and we've said it before, is just too deep for anyone to contend with. We'll see. What do you think, Ron?
I don't know. Anything is possible. I can tell you that.
This is very true.
I think I could take my mask off. I don't know. All the bullshit I've been hearing lately. I had to put it on, make sure. You know what I'm saying? I think I can take it off now.
Yes, I do. Hold on, folks.
There we go.
Breaking news. I got some breaking. Oh, my God. I have some breaking news for you real quick. And actually, I have 2 breaking news. This is amazing. This is a good one. All right. Tampa Bay's Pat Maroon. My boy, we just talked about Pat Maroon has been suspended for one game for unsportsmanlike conduct during his actions during last night's game against Florida. I'll give him that. it was a beatdown. There was
that was as bad as the Rangers game the other night.
Yeah. Oh God, nothing was as bad as the Rangers game, and we'll chat about that in a minute too. But I got another breaking news for you. Are you ready for this? Because you're into auto racing. Are you into horse racing? What about horse racing? All right. Well, Churchill Downs has just put out a statement that the winner of this year's Kentucky Derby, Medina Spirit, is being disqualified for doping.
Oh.
Yes. If the findings are upheld, Medina Spirit's results in the Kentucky Derby will be invalidated and Mandaloun will be declared the winner. Fortunately, when I did my betting with friends, it was only for times, and I won. But
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was great. I was right. I was off by like a third of a second, but it was amazing. And fortunately, we didn't call winners because I'd have to be giving my money back, which I wouldn't do anyways. But there's your breaking news, folks. Yeah, heck no. But that's your breaking news right now. It has been crazy week. One horse disqualified, another horse suspended. Pat Maroon. So how are you doing?
Wilson.
Oh, I know. So what's going on with you? How's everything?
Not bad. How are you? How's everything going?
Loving life, living large. Outdoor studios, Safety Harbor Studios. It is 94 degrees right now.
I think I'm going to make a personal appearance next week.
Oh, cool. Yes. No. Will be no show next week because I will be in Alabama.
What?
Yeah, we have a conference for something I'm doing for another network. And have to be up there all week. Leaving Wednesday, getting back late Sunday night. And then have to on Monday morning, which I'll talk about the next show. So we may schedule a midweek show, Ron. But yeah, the Sunday after that.
Oh, midweek. Let me know. Midweek, let me know.
It's good stuff. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, folks, just so you know, and thank you, Ron, for reminding me. Next week, I will not, unfortunately, and it's just before playoffs. It's too bad. Will not be posting. Will not be having a show. Unfortunately, I have a commitment out of state. Boo hiss.
Boo.
Exactly. And, hey, sorry. It is what it is. Yes, boo.
There you go.
Boo,
there you
boo,
go.
Yeah, boo. All you boos. Yeah, hey, I'm proud of your Islanders there. Good for them.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Trotz changed up the lines for the Devils for the second game, and we destroyed them.
It was a fantastic win.
I mean, losing 3 in a row, but every team goes through it. Every team.
Yeah,
it happens to the best of the teams.
Yeah, have you seen these guys?
All
right. Well, speaking of, let me run through, Ron. I'm going to sadly and unfortunately run through these Lightning games as fast as possible so we can talk about, fun stuff. Lightning last night, lost 5-1 against the Carolina Kitty Cats. Alex Winberg, 11:44 in the first, took us down by 1. Sam Bennett at 3:07 in the second, took us down by 2. Luke Shen jumped up and said, hey, let me see what I can do. 4:52 in the second. He scores. Luke Shen. I'm going to give next. That's all they had going on. Try to get something back. It's Tampa Bay 1, Florida 2. And then Alex Winberg says, nay, at 12:54 scores and drops it into 3-1. And then Jonathan Huberdeau, you piece of crap, dropped it in to make it 4-1. And then in the third period, the only thing that happened was we got mad because Alex Winberg dropped another one in against Vassy to make it 5-1. Now this one I cannot blame on McElhaney. However, there are some other ones I can majorly get McElhaney on, like losing to the Stars 5-2. What the heck?
That's 2 games in a row.
Yes, well, okay. It's worse than that.
Well, all right, more than 5 goals anyway.
Exactly. Yesterday we lost to the Panthers. Friday we lost to the Stars 5-2. Fortunately, Wednesday last week we actually beat somebody. It was 6-2, beat the Stars. Lightning beat the Red Wings on Sunday right after the show. Thank God, because if we had been swept by the Red Wings, I don't know what I would have done at this point. It was really bad. But then, hey, the Stars played us, beat us, crapped on us 5-2. Jamie Oleksiak or Lexiak, right in the very beginning, 5:50 in the game. Dallas 1, Tampa Bay 2. Pavelski comes in, adds a little more to it. Says here, has another one that's 2-0. Thank God for Blake Coleman. Blake Coleman got a score 11-11 in the second. And if he hadn't, we'd have been blanked, and we do not want to be shut out anytime soon, especially with Vatsky in the goal. Pavelski said, nay, it's now 3-1. And Rupe Hintz, screw him. It's 4-1. Kiravanta comes in the third. It's 5-1. We pretty much figured we're done. Life blows. This whole thing sucks. Alex Barboulay at least scores one for us to say, well, we don't want to have it 5-1. Let's just do 5-2. I know. Backing up one. Lightning beat the Stars 6-2. Tyler Johnson. The first score, 2:14 in the first. What a quick first. 2:14 in the first. Tampa Bay won. Dallas nothing. Tyler Sayal. What a great guy. 19:33 in the first. He ties it up for Dallas. Good for you, Dallas, at least on this one. Give it a good shot. However, the second period comes, and here comes Alex Killorn with 16:39 in the second. Puts it up. Tampa Bay 2, Dallas 1. It's a power play goal, but who cares? It's a goal. Braden Point comes back in 1946 in the second. Says, hey, you guys forget about me. My name is Braden Point, and I'm a great scorer. So what I did is I went ahead and scored with 1946 in the second. 3-1. Yeah, Andre Sakara says, let's score another one, make it 3-2. Now, here's the worst part. This is the Dallas Stars. At this point, in any other time, I'd have been like, oh, you want to score one? We have 3. You want to make it 3-2? That's fine. No big deal, because I know this is going to be a slam dunk. Not anymore. Now I'm like, oh, God, they're coming back. It's going to suck again. But Eric Cernak must have heard me, and Eric goes, Eric Cernak, 11:34 in the third, makes it 4-2. And Ross Colton makes it 5-2. And if you want to add a little insult to injury, let's bring Mikael Sergachev to make it 4. Exactly. He is kicking ass. It is now 6-2. End of that game. Thank goodness. The one before.
Be a pepper.
I'm a pepper. You're a pepper. She's a pepper.
There you go.
Oh, I love that stuff. Yeah, it's all my jingle days. I used to love those jingles. Sing along with the radio station. Oh, he won't be here tonight. Sorry. He's not here tonight.
He's drinking a pepper.
Exactly. So it's Lightning did beat the Red Wings 2-1 to make up for some really crap last week. Blake Coleman. Yes, Blake Coleman, 1-0. Right off the bat, too. 16 seconds into the first, we're like, here we go. It's finally going to come back. We're going to show them. We're going to whoop them. Well, Mikael Sergachev pops up in the second period to make it 2-0. And then they let Philippe Zadina score to make it 2-1. That's about as boring as the game is. Third period, no goals. What kind of crap is that? So here we go, folks. Ron, our Hurricanes are number 1. The Panthers.
It's scary. I hate to say it. They 80. It's a scary point.
There are some teams in not only in hockey but in other sports right now, like baseball, which are really making me think, oh, this is interesting. We'll get to that, but I'm telling you right now, Hurricanes have 80 points. They are kicking ass. 36 wins, 11 losses. They have a 2-game losing streak, but that's not going to mean anything. I think they're going to play the same crap that we did. 2-game losing streak and say, okay, we're not going to do very well. Slam. Panthers come in second right now. 36 wins, 14 losses, 77 points. Good for them. Have home ice. I don't think it matters this year. It really doesn't. But there's not enough fans to make it matter, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Ron?
I don't think so, because you know what? Bettman didn't even say what's going to go on for the playoffs. So I don't think home ice advantage is going to mean shit this year.
I don't either.
Especially if they go back in the bubble again. Yeah,
and the only thing you can really get with home ice, other than the fans, is having the third period you're closer to your goal to get players on and off. But other than that, really,
it doesn't make a difference anymore.
Make a difference to me, especially with COVID coming out. I don't think there's a problem here. That's why I think both the Hurricanes and the Lightning have been just kind of sloughing it and holding back, lost 2 in a row, while the Panthers won 5 because, hey, they beat the Wins that are lost in a row, thinking, hey, look how good I am. And we're going to be like, hey, have you met our man Cooch? Have you met Stamkos? Have you met Victor Hedman? I am. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, but being unbiased, I'm not a biased person.
I am, but go ahead.
Being unbiased, though,
Yes.
we did run used to 7 games last year with all of them players, and it was a pretty good matchup with you and the Stars last year.
Yes,
You got to give credit where credit's due, though.
I do. However, I fall back onto the Stars being
they were a lot better last year.
Throwaway team. They didn't win, so they ended up throwing off all their players.
Oh,
again,
I don't know if you heard more breaking news that the Colorado Avalanche are losing their coach.
Yes. Oh, another one that bites the dust.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of coaching. A lot of coaching.
Yeah, the Rangers.
Yeah.
Dolan went on a firing mission.
Easy.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting this year. Who's going where? Because don't forget, we got the Kraken coming.
Yeah, I know. The Seattle Karens. They're going to graduate.
Karens. Hi, Karens. Hi, Karens. Karens. Hello.
I'd like to speak to the NHL manager, please.
Oh, wait. He's a jerk off. Oh, man.
So, you know what? That's all right. The Predators came in with way less points, 62 points to actually make 4th place with us. But you need that many points just to make it to 4th place to get to the playoffs. It is crazy. The talent, and this leads to the talent of our league. Our division is way above everybody else because our points are way above everybody else. Yeah. It's crazy. We whoop some teams. These other guys were handing teams off left and right, like the Penguins. Penguins sitting on 77 points. Hey, good for them. They're in 1st place. Now, here's the question. Everybody's in 1st place. I guess we're going to go by total points right now. And right now, it's the Hurricanes and the Golden Knights tied for the President's Trophy.
Interesting.
Yes, it is. Didn't I say it would be the Lightning and the Golden Knights this year? I had big plans for the Golden Knights.
Yeah, you said that.
Everybody said I was wrong. Oh, you don't know. The Golden Knights aren't going to do anything this year. They got 80 points.
But once again, since I'm being unbiased, I'm not a biased person.
Yes.
If the Lightning play like they did last night, they might as well kiss it goodbye.
No. I as a biased Lightning fan, I can say the same thing. If they can't get their shit together and they can't get these healthy people up on the front lines and stuff, we're screwed. We'll be out.
I mean, not for nothing, Jeff. I watched that game for a couple of periods, and even Vassy didn't look good in goal.
Even I didn't watch that game. I was like, I'm not watching this game.
But on a good note, your secondary team took it to us. I will say that 2 games in a row.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, true. I didn't want to get into that, but yes, we did.
Hey, you know what? We got beat. Yeah, I'm not going to cry over it.
We all do.
We made the playoffs. We're going to go for it. And that's all there is to it.
And we're going to talk about that now with the Penguins starting kicking your butt. Well, not kicking your butt, but being away.
Yeah, they could try.
Capitals come back in with 75 points right next to them. Now, remember, folks, we have 75 points. The 75 points here got in 2nd place. Bruins came in with 71. Screw the Bruins. Hate the Bruins. I wish the Bruins would fold as a hockey team. If there was a hell, the Bruins could go there. We hate them. They're horrible. And then, hey, your Islanders got in. Well, not even squeaked in. You got 70 points. Your next team had 60. The Rangers only had 60. So, obviously, it was a nice win for you guys to get into the playoffs. Congratulations. We'll see what happens going against the Lightning this year. Now, the Golden Knights, yes, they are sitting on top of their league in the West Division with 80 points. 82 points. It's going to be hard to beat these guys. 39 wins, 13 losses. They're on a 3-game winning streak. Avalanche are right behind them with 76 points. The Wild have them with 75. And the Blues, the St. Louis Blues, got in to the playoffs with 57 points.
Wow.
What kind of bull crap is that? 57 points. And you've got the Rangers didn't make it at 60. You've got the Stars didn't make it at 58. You've got the Canadians are sitting at 57. Maybe they will too, but horrible records this year. And they're in. The Blues are in after a 3-game loss streak. They're still going to be in.
Oh, and the Maple Leafs too. Go figure.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs with only 76 points. The Oilers with 68, and the Jets with 59, and probably the Canadians. I'm going to call the Canadians at this point. 57 points. They're looking good. They've lost 3 in a row, but all they got to do is win a couple, and they're done. It's done. They got a lot of games up there too, which is, of course, why the rest of us have to sit and wait and skate around in circles because the Canadians screwed up again and made it longer for us to do what we're doing. It's terrible. See, this is what happens. Little banana heads.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But hey, your Islanders are looking scary. I mean, not by points, but by play. These guys are doing a good job.
Well,
and a lot
against the Devils, Jeff, they played their heart out. They played the way they should be playing. Palmieri is back on a wing with Barzell. They're clicking, and Palmieri finally showed why we got him, and I was impressed. Very impressed.
Yeah, we talked about him. Remember, we talked about him on the show, how excited we were to get him. And you even said, I said, I'm not sure how this guy's going to do, but I'm hoping he does well. And your hopes came true because he's doing very well.
Trotz changed the lineup, and it worked. It worked. And then, of course, our rookie goalie, once again, he killed it again. You know, he only allowed 1 goal.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. You know, it falls back to the same question. How can Andrei Vasilevsky be so good and give him so many goals against a second-rate team? Of course, you know, we always say we play to the level of our team we're opposing, but I wonder if there's one of two things. There's only one of two things that can be true here. Either he's injured and we don't know it, and if he's injured, we're screwed. It's done. And he's trying to hold back, or he's just kind of fluffing off, and they've told him, say, hey, look, fluff off, let a few through. You've done what you're going to do this year. Let's not give him anything, and let's not tell them see you and how you're really going to be.
I don't see Cooper doing that, though.
I don't know. I do.
I mean, unless like last year or the year before when he was injured and he kept playing and, you know, nobody's saying something.
And it's all psychological. If they say Vasilevsky's injured, we're all done. And if Vasi's holding back, that's just another power head game against these guys, which I love. Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
You know what, Jeff? There's nobody that actually knows what's really going on with Vasilevsky.
Very, very true.
Nobody.
And he's not talking, and Cooper's not talking, and JBB's not talking, and Jeff Vinnick's not talking. And if I knew, I'm not talking because nobody needs to know this.
Exactly.
And I don't know. I don't know.
And if that information wouldn't be leaked to anybody anyway.
Exactly. Well, we're leaving the NHL, heading over to the Syracuse Crunch. How's our little farm team doing? What do you think? Do you think they're going to do good, Ron?
I don't know. I don't watch the Crunch.
Oh, here we go. You're going to love this. We played the Utica Comets, whoever the hell they are.
Clements?
No,
what are they, oranges?
No, they're Comets. Comets, like this.
Oh, Comets. Like Haley. Comets.
Yeah. The Utica Comets decided, hey, let's take on the Syracuse Crunch. How good can these guys be? Well, let me tell you how good they were. Sunday, May 2nd, after we had gotten off the air, they beat them 5-2.
Oh, wow.
Then Wednesday, they played them again, beat them 5-3. Gave them another day. Let's say, hey, Friday, let's play again, shall we? The Comets beat us by 1, 5-4.
Wow.
But then on yesterday, they said, you know what? We beat you 2 out of 3. Let's beat you one more time. And 4-2. Syracuse Crunch. Good job, guys. Nothing really to write home about, nothing special, but Utica does not have that great of a standing in the league anyways, but it's still nice to see what we're doing.
Wow.
And, of course, our neighbors to the east, the Orlando Solar Bears. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The Solar Bears on Saturday, yesterday.
Battery-powered.
Pretty much. They beat the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 3-2.
Swamp Rabbits.
Greenville.
Where the hell did they come up with these names?
Exactly. How do you name a hockey team after a swamp? Is it just like it's frozen swamp water we're skating? I don't know. I don't get it.
Is it the Louisiana Mud Dogs or something? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. The names are just horrific.
It's pathetic.
Bad name or not, back on Friday, They beat us 3-2 in overtime. So at least we went to overtime with them. Yeah, the Stingrays played us, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. The South Carolina Stingrays, they took us on Sunday and Monday last week. They beat us 7-4 right after this show, which is sad, but we came back and beat them 3-2. I know all this doesn't really matter, but if you're a Solar Bears fan or a Crunch fan, this is a place to be. We're going to talk about these guys all the time, just like we give attention to the Lightning. We give attention to our minor league teams also. I have some happy news to report. Not really breaking news, but it happened right at the end of the show. Tampa Bay 4, Oakland 3. Tampa Bay has won another game. Let me tell you why.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Tampa Bay won 4-3 today. Got beat 6-3 yesterday, and got beat 2-1 on Friday. We did not want to get swept in this series because we have the Skankies coming up starting Tuesday.
Skankies. Overpaid assholes.
Exactly. We don't want to have to come off a sweep from the Athletics and then go all mopey and shit. So even though it's 3-0 at the end of the fourth, and I pretty much called, here comes the sweep, we're all done. No, the Rays said, we're going to do a little differently this time and scored 4 runs. And now it was 4-3, a win. But if you look back upon last week, Monday starting May 3rd, we beat the crap out of the Angels 7-3. Then we said, let's see what would be better we could do. We beat the crap out of them 8-3. Then we're going to give you a little bit of a rest. We're only going to beat you 3-1 on Wednesday. And then we took a little yawn and went, back to the beaten, and we beat them 8-3. We super swept the Angels by a lot. All week long, it was Rays. And then it was Athletics for a little bit, and then the Rays back. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, let's see what we can do, because here's the problem. Mr. Skankies are in third place. Yes, they are. Hey, Red Sox are scaring us really badly. 22 wins, 13 losses, 629 average. They are doing very, very well. No one, remember, 2 weeks ago, they were in last place, literally in last place. And they have come to first place very quickly, and they are running away with things. And that scares me a lot. Blue Jays.
Jeff, that's the thing. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I like to see underdogs win. And I've said that time and time again. You know what? You can bash the Rays all you want. You could do whatever you want. You could bash them. You could say this. You could say that. But you know what? An underpaid team is right there in the mix of it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if you got 10 championships, 30 championships. You got a team that's underfunded, doesn't have the biggest names in a shitty field, and you'll agree with me with that. I'm not bashing them. But they're in the mix of things, and they don't need it. They could just keep going the way they're doing it. I don't understand. You know what? You can bash them all you want. Like I said, I'm not a baseball fan, but it's good to see a team that's underfunded, and they don't have the best of the Yankees or the Mets or the Dodgers, and they're killing it. They're holding their own against the best of the best.
Well,
and you can't take that away from them.
No, I know. And this is what's interesting right here. If, and I say if, because I'm not going to make any predictions. If the Rays sweep the Yankees, if we sweep the Yankees, because we're still so early into the season, if the Rays sweep the Yankees, we would take solid second place, and the Yankees would take solid last place because of the way the numbers are working out. The Blue Jays right now, 17-15, it's a good size second place. However, the Yankees are 18-16. We are 18-17 because we've lost one more game than them. We played one more game. We're below them. Pretty much we're tied. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
5 we haven't done as well. They had 7-3 in their last 5, and we were only 5-5. But again, we're playing the Yankees coming up. And I'll tell you, Yankees can say what they want. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, these guys are easy. They know when they walk into the Tropicana Field and we walk into Yankee Stadium, they get scared because there's some solid respect for the Tampa Bay Rays when it comes to the Rays playing Yankees.
And you don't know which Rays team is actually going to show up.
Exactly.
So you can't underestimate anything. You
Yep.
can't underestimate the team. Sorry, bash them all you want, but you know what? You're underestimating. Once again, what happened last year?
Yeah, exactly. Now we go over to AL Central right now. The White Sox are good first place, 18-13. Wow, I'm having a day today, Ron. I'll tell you what, it's been a long day. I looked up on the computer. I had everything set up, and I'll just tell you a funny story real quick, folks. I had the computer all set up, and usually at about 10 minutes, I start preparing some last slides. And 5 minutes, I get everything set up, and a minute and a half, I start doing some countdowns. And I'm farting around on my phone, and I look up, and there's 34 seconds left till the show starts, and I had nothing ready. It was phenomenal. I am throwing slides in, throwing cases in, and going, let's go. Oh, yeah, very much so. What a dummy thing. But, hey, it's fun all the way around. We're having a good time. The White Sox are taking the AL Central right now. Indians behind them, Royals, Twins, and, of course, the Tigers. 10-24, guys. Tigers. You're not doing well. What happened? You used to be a decent team. You're pretty much history now. AL West is sitting with the Athletics, the Mariners, the Astros, the Rangers, and the Angels. Again, a lot of teams that we used to watch and say, hey, that's the greatest team around, like the Astros, like the Rangers, all dropping out. Everybody's switching up. I guess that's how it's supposed to go. I don't like it much. Moving over to the NL East. Yeah, we got the Mets. Your Mets are top dogs with the Phillies behind. The Braves behind that, the Marlins almost at the bottom, but only behind the Nationals, who are now 13-17. Horrible record this year. Central has the Cardinals, then Brewers, then Cubs, then Reds, then the Pirates. Come on, Pittsburgh. Used to be a fantastic team. You guys were contenders year after year after year. Now you're not doing good, 13-19. And National League West, to finish out the MLB standings. Hello, how you doing back there? The Giants
Jeff
are
said
on
hello.
top. Jeff,
Hello.
yeah. Hello. The Giants are on top with the
Turn it
Padres.
all off.
Yes, turn it off. Ooh,
Yeah.
Turn it off. The Giants are on top. Padres right behind it. Diamondbacks and the Rockies at the end of that. The Rockies are just, again, 12-22. Come on, Colorado. Used to be a good teams. I don't know what happened to you. But, hey, it is what it is. So, Ron, what's going on in car racing world?
Oh, interesting stuff, actually. I don't know. Obviously, you see I post it all the time. There's a big push to bring North Wilkesboro back now. Finally.
Oh, nice.
And Marcus Lemonis from Camping World, who we all know, has pledged up to $1 million to help start the renovation. The town of Wilkes County has put up banners, everything. It's a big push to bring it back right now. Big push. So I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed. I'd be a season ticket holder for that track in a heartbeat.
Well, somebody wouldn't believe you if you did, but that's all right.
Yeah, well, just like,
good one, Jeff. Good one.
30 years ago, too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, it's going to help the state, too. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to win out if that track gets up and going.
There's the push is unbelievable right now. And it's great because Marcus also said that on top of $1 million to start help renovating, that he would even consider putting a small Camping World store on the property to help out.
Wow.
And then, of course, what's going to happen? Hotels are coming, restaurants and businesses are going to come back.
Yeah.
It'd be a win-win for everybody.
Well, I mean, North Carolina, they love their racing. It's a big deal up there, and it's good for the economy. It's good for the entire state. I'd like to see it back.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of Wilkesboro races, had a good time with them. It should just want to see them come back and kick some butt.
Yeah, and with Marcus Lemonis, who knows who else is going to start? Here we're going to donate $1 million. You never know, and it gets NASCAR back to its roots in a way.
Yeah,
everybody wants the track back. There's packed. The place is 60,000 people, and it packed out until the last race.
Yeah,
back in '96.
And that's what happened. what was that Kevin Costner movie? If build it and they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Dreams, it's just like little dreams. You've got to put the talent and the want into it from the backside, not just from the racers. You have to make it so they want to be there. The town is going to want to have people that come to these races, have a good economy. They don't have to go across New Bern or somewhere like that just to go shopping.
Yeah.
There's going to be amenities there. Now,
Mm-hmm.
only problem, unfortunately, and from North Carolina, is it's seasonal. It gets cold. It gets icy. It's not like it is in Florida here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, they would have to finagle the race dates. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly. But the other problem is when they're not racing, are there going to be people sticking around in Wilkesboro?
Well,
I mean,
that's the thing. I think part of it is going to be like where it's like a multi-use facility. So even if NASCAR doesn't go back, the trucks will go back. The Xfinity cars will go back. But they may do weekly racing. They may do car shows. They may do carnivals. So it's still involved with the town year round. And the town is totally on board with it right now. There's actually a councilman that's really stepping up too.
Good.
So I'm happy. I'm happy. I'd love to. I'd even go up there and volunteer my time to help.
Oh, nice. So it's at least you're on board. I like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of people on board actually with it. A lot. A lot of fans.
Huh.
Real fans, by the way. Real. As in REAL fans.
As in I'm not going to mention any names.
As in, don't go lying on another podcast.
I didn't hear about that. I'll talk to you offline. Oh yeah. Looking forward to hearing that offline. But hey, anything else from the racing world?
Otherwise, that's about it, really. Today, Martin Truex Jr. won Darlington.
Okay.
So, throwback day. It was throwback day.
Hey.
I was actually impressed because, Kevin Harvick, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he replaced at a very bad time. Well, his first car that they came out with the week after Dale died was all white with a black stripe on the bottom with a black number with an outline on it. Today's throwback scheme was Kevin went back to that car. Even though it's a number 4 and it's a Mustang, he did it throwback style with the black number, the white car with the black stripe. It was pretty awesome. I was happy.
Yeah, I was
happy.
By the way, I've been looking at your Facebook and loving that truck. Truck looks good.
What do you think of my truck? I love my truck.
Great job.
I love my truck.
Yeah,
it ain't done yet.
I know, but it's coming along real nice. I was looking, it's just the pictures of the everything falling apart off it and no paint, and then the paint.
5 days, Jeff. 5 days.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Me and my buddy Dan. It was basically nonstop.
Wow.
5 days.
Wow.
Took it apart, changed everything, all the bodywork, everything, put it back together.
Nice.
And what you see is what I got.
Nice. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna before we go to the next thing, I'm going to pop in and say, hey, we'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. Mother's is a fantastic place in not only Dunedin but now in Clearwater to enjoy a great meal, all that good food served just like Mommy used to have, and we love to see that. Mother's in Dunedin and now Clearwater. If you look on the bottom, you've got Oats from the Sandbox and Oats from the Soul. Oats from the Sandbox, Oats from the Soul is my book. I wrote it. Yes, me. I have a brain. I can actually write. It's about the lost art of written communication and how love can be enhanced by simple little things that make you laugh, make you cry, make you happy. But hey, look for that on Amazon.com or any other bookstore online. Those are mine.
You know how to spell, right?
Once or twice, yeah. Thank goodness for.
I just want to make sure.
Yes, some of us don't, but I do. Yes, it's amazing.
I just want to make sure.
There's 3 there's, and they're all different. They're all different. And hey, shout out, in case you're listening, shout out to one of our newest patrons, the McDimpletons. The McDimpletons are new friends that we're asking about this today. We wanted to say a hello, shout out to them. If they're listening, it's good to have you aboard, and look forward to having you up here once or twice to get on the show. Fun. Now here we go.
Are you ready for some football?
It's Bucks football, folks. Here we go. Thank you, Bucks. A lot of news coming on just recently. Right now, the Bucks claim offensive linebacker Ladarius Hamilton on the Cowboys. He's an edge rusher, 15 sacks in the last 2 collegiate seasons. He's the 3rd player from the University of North Texas. The Buccaneers have added in the last 6 days. We like our Texans over here, I'm guessing. It's a lot of fun. The Bucks defense is coming for that number 1 spot in 2021. With all their defensive starters back from the 2020 championship season, the Bucks are gunning to be the best defense in the league come 2021. And I think, Ron, they got a good shot. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't follow football, but you know the deal. I think the Bucks could do it again.
Yep, got to get you on board.
Regardless of what anybody says.
I know. And by the way, Ron, just let you know, Bob couldn't make it tonight. He's doing Mother's Day duties, cooking dinner for his mom.
That's awesome. He's a good dude.
Oh,
he's a good dude.
And I'll tell you what, he's in wealth of knowledge. I don't know if you caught the show last week. He broke down the draft better than anyone I've heard on any sports network, including, live TV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to the information he had.
He's very intelligent. He really is.
Yes, it is. And that all that time with the Dolphins as a correspondent there really has paid off for him. So life is good. Hey, we got cornerback Nate Brooks. He decided to get to the offseason limit and brought Nate Brooks. He's a former Dolphin and Ravens. And he's going to be a good one. I think we have a good shot with him. It's popping up the cap. It's really pushing it close. But I think we've got some room, unlike the Lightning. Bucks announced 2021 offseason practice schedule. A 2-day rookie minicamp on May 14th and 15th will be the start, followed by 3 weeks of voluntary OTAs and a 3rd-day mandatory mini camp. Now, we know the volunteer part is not the people. What are you doing? All I hear is somebody else talking in the background.
I don't know. It's her talking. I don't know why she's talking.
Oh, hello.
Just hello again. Hello again.
So, yes, the Braden Point is not real pleased with this right now. He is not looking to have some off-season stuff because of COVID. I guess he's still crying. He doesn't want to take it back to Giselle. Heck, I'd like to take anything back to Giselle, but what are you going to do?
Plead the 5th.
Exactly.
And the 6th and the 7th.
Exactly.
How you doing?
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this voluntarily practicing. I know he had a problem with it last year, and he's just fine, and he's going to do it again this year, and he's getting all people, please don't do this, and whatever. Just go out there and practice. We're paying you gazillion dollars to get out there. Get out there and do it. It is what it is. Thaddeus Lewis, assistant quarterback coach Shipley, joined the Bucks coaching staff for 2021. Got 2 new guys coming. Shipley joined the staff as an offensive assistant following his retirement in 2020. So I guess he's just switching around. It's a money play. But then before that, the Bucks have signed safety Raven Green and left back Joseph Jones. I guess these guys came from the free agency. Didn't know much about them. After last weekend's draft, they ended up in free agency, and the Packers gave up Raven Green, and Broncos gave up Joseph Jones. So we'll see. Get a linebacker and a safety all at once. Not bad at all. Right before that, the Bucks, Casey Rogers wins the 2020 Defensive Line Coach of the Year. Well, I'll tell you, if you're Super Bowl champions and it's because your defense did so damn well and nobody saw it coming and we kicked the crap out of these people, yeah, you get Defensive Line Coach of the Year. Good for you. You well deserved. He was voted the John Tierlick Defense Line Coach of the Year by coaches across the league. So his own peeps said, hey, that was a good job. Did it real well this year. Impressive. And the last thing, the Bucks offense rides momentum into 2021. The Buccaneers fielded a very strong offense with Tom Brady, of course, in charge. And with the experiences of last year, the momentum of the last 2 months, and that roster almost completely intact, the offense should be even better in 2021. So here's what we got. Why you want to watch these guys. We may have the best defense in the league. We may have the best offense in the league. It's going to be like lambs to a slaughter. They're going to be shaking in their boots. They're going to hate life. But what are you going to do? So it's football I'm looking forward to. My season tickets held up. I went to the. We told you about the draft party we did last week. Had a real good time. Got to see where my seats are. Got to
Oh,
enjoy
nice.
this when the door opens. Yeah, you weren't on the show this one. They
No.
put me. I moved myself up to the 40-yard line. Paid a little extra, but heck, who knows? It's the Bucks. And I'm sitting right outside of a club seats. I'm actually in club, but our outdoor seats are right in front of the door to the club. And there's
Oh,
several
nice.
doors. The good part about this one, because we were a few steps down away from the door in our last seats. This one, when the door opens, and it opens a lot, you get this blast of cold air from the AC blowing out into the stadium.
Oh,
And
sweet.
you're like, oh, I was hot. Now I'm not, So, and hey, if I gotta pee, there's a men's room right around the corner. I gotta take 16 steps. I'm at the men's room. The whole thing is just fantastic for me
Oh,
this year.
nice.
Really, really happy about that. It's gonna be a great year for the Bucks. Maybe it'll be a great year for the Rays. Who knows? Maybe they'll pick it up. I doubt it, but I think after all the
Maybe they
sellouts
will.
and move outs, I think
Maybe
they're
they will.
a mediocre team for a while until things finally change. Last week, you missed the big stadium rant that I had about. Oh, yes. Tearing down the Tropicana Field, erecting an open-air stadium, small, crappy thing, just like we have up here in Clearwater, which they won't use, and surrounding it with residential and commercial space. Another downtown cityscape. Multi-billion dollars are going to be made, and we won't have anywhere to park because they forgot about things like, we come to these games and we have to park because not everyone's going to live in this stadium place right there. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a disaster. I lost my shit about it last week. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm not going to lose myself. I'm going to relax and say, yes, that's stupid. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I don't know. I hate to say it because a lot of us are Rays fans. We've been watching these Rays for a while. We supported them when they stunk. We supported them when they got better. Now we're supporting them when they missed the World Series by one game. I mean, one game. Everybody else didn't miss the World Series by one game.
Exactly.
It was us.
Especially the highest paid assholes didn't even get that far.
Well, wait, who would that be? Because I don't know about those people.
El Skankos?
El Skankies?
You're learning.
Exactly. I'll tell you. But, all right, neither here nor there. We did really well last year, had the support, and it was funny to watch the stadium grow and grow and grow as we just sat there pre-COVID and just enjoyed games for so long, and then they became this big super-duper hero stuff, and with no fans, of course. And that's what happens. I guess, maybe even looking back, they probably looked around and saw those cardboard fans in the seats and went, oh, that's more than we normally have. They actually want us around. Maybe that was what happened. Maybe they just thought they were actual fans.
Hey, they're not as bad as the Marlins.
Oh, I know. It's horrible. And I was a Marlins fan when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, too.
It's a shame that Derek Jeter actually owns that team.
I know. And
how embarrassing can that be?
It's horrible, especially coming from
a championship player buys a losing team that ain't worth shit, and it's still in the tank.
Now, remember several years ago, this is 15 years ago, when they were World Series champions. They did real well. I was on a cruise. I had season tickets for that and actually had a ticket for that stupid game, but was on a cruise, so I got to watch the game from the cruise ship going, oh, there's my seat I would have had. But I sold gobs of money, so it was actually pretty cool. Teams rise and fall all the time.
Yep.
I just hate to see the Rays take such a long rise, get there almost to the top,
and then choke.
And then just sell off and choke left and right. And now they're a team that's laughed at. And that's the sad part. I don't like seeing them laughed at, but nothing else I can do, right? Nothing else you can do.
Yeah. So, on the Islander side, before I forget, they did play their last game in the Coliseum.
Yep. It's interesting.
They started bringing the banners down, but our new USB arena is killer. They're getting ready to build the parking garage across the street.
Really?
I think they said it was either 4 or 9. I got to look at it again. But they're getting ready to build the parking garage across the street. They got the concrete in for the ice already. They started installing seats. It's coming along unbelievable. It's such a beautiful stadium. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's probably going to be the nicest one on the league. It really is. They did it all brick on the outside. It's just absolute phenomenal. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Nice little thing to enjoy watching. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, now, do you know if they gave the seats from the old stadium to their season ticket holders? Oh.
I think it's all new now. Everything is new, I think. I think that's how they're doing it.
Because I want seat. I mean, no, I'm saying when they're tearing this thing down, are they going to give the season ticket holders those seats that they used to,
Well, they're not tearing down the Coliseum. They're going to keep the Coliseum. It's just that the Islanders played their last game there.
Oh, boo. Tear it down, give us some seats.
The Barn.
I always
the Barn.
I know. I enjoyed if Tropicana ever went down.
Now it's going to be USB.
Holder. Yeah, if I was currently a season ticket holder, which I'm not, and if the stadium goes down at Tropicana Field, they're going to sell those physical seats to those people.
Oh, wow.
Now, because I was in disability, I actually had a folding chair. My wife and I each had folding chairs. I tell you, I wouldn't mind having a Rays, because it said Tampa Bay Rays on it, a Rays folding chair for my house that was actually in the games, and I actually sat at them in those games. That's kind of cool. But alas, I don't.
Speaking of which,
yes.
Look at this. One of my recent acquiries.
Oh, look at that. You mean like these guys?
Yeah, look at that. Recent acquired.
Nice. You got to love the Islanders.
And I'm actually, hopefully next week, if everything works out right, I'm going to end up with a Cal Clutterbuck signed hockey stick.
Really? Nice. How are you going to get that?
I'll have my buddy pick it up for me up on the island.
Outstanding. That's a little for that. All right. Radical Ron, it is now within 2 minutes of the show, getting ready to end. Give me about half a minute or so of your thoughts on the rest of the season and the playoffs for the NHL.
Bettman's got to go. Let's start with that. We got, I'll take his place. I have no problem. Well, then it'll really be a radical league. I can tell you that. Well, go Islanders. Let's see how everybody does. Hopefully we all make it. May the best team win.
Exactly.
That's all you can do.
To this. Folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. Bolts, I'm telling you what, you got to get it together. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You got to get better. You got to get faster. You got to play more like a team. You got to have the depth that you didn't have before. And come on, Bolts, just get it right. Oh, my goodness. I don't want to have to see us go out after the first round. Although I'll do whatever it takes, and I'll always stay a Bolts fan, win or lose. And Bolts, also stop fighting so much. You're getting yourselves in trouble. Come on, Patty. A whole suspension. Bad news. Remember, we will not have a show next week. BayLink Sports will be live 2 weeks from today. Back outside at the Safety Harbor Studios. Go Bolts. Happy Mother's Day.